So we are back. As you can see, I'm on a new lake. We are on Swan. Done a couple of sessions over on Kingfisher of late and only had a small one. They're really acting funny at the minute. I think they started spawning yesterday. Had a walk around there. It just wasn't a one at all. So I've decided to come over here. Probably going to do the next few sessions on Swan. Some lovely fish in here. So yeah, let's see what happens. There's one. I've just got a couple of zigs out for the minute. Just under the surface. And yeah, let's see what happens. Come on, Swan. It's actually really good conditions today. The fish are just under the surface though. I can see them coming through from left to right and right to left. They're just on the back of this wind. So I think I've got the swim selection right. It's just I need to get the tactics right. They're definitely not feeding on the bottom at the minute, but I probably will change to 3 bottom baits later on this evening. But for the time being, they're just milling around on the surface, and I've got 3 zigs out there. So hopefully one of them is going to slip up. But definitely got the location right at the minute. Yep, so I'm just prepping for later on this evening. Gonna go with 3 solid bags and these little bad boys. Yep. That is the plan of action for tonight. Maybe leave a zig out, maybe. But yeah, 3 solids of the pineapples, yes. Good morning. So the time is 4:30. Haven't had anything, but there's fish about. I could hear them crashing off to my right, close last night. And when I woke up this morning, they were still there, so I just redone one of the rods. But they started showing up on my other 2 rods now. So I'm really expecting a bite here. Now, let's see what happens. Come on. Definitely on them this morning. There's one right on top of my rod. So yeah, the fish are showing over all of my rods, but I still haven't had a bite. I'll be very surprised if I don't get one this morning. Look, there's one. That's on my middle rod. They seem like they're up in the water, but I've got 3 on the deck. Come on. Yep, so I'm sat here 5 o'clock in the morning, fish showing all over me, and I can't buy a bite. Typical, innit? You get on them and you can't get a bite. But we keep trying. We keep trying. Yeah. Sod's law, innit? What a morning. Still showing over me, still not a bite. What is going on? They've been all over me all morning.
Oh, bastard. Bobless, mate. Nightmare. Wasn't the biggest that mid 21, eh?
He has got one.
Got one in the net, mate.
Fair play to him, he's waited so patiently for this. What, you had your rods out, what, 24 hours now, didn't you know?
20 hours, mate.
Yeah.
20 hours.
Fair play.
Just waiting for that one bite in the morning, isn't it?
Just gonna do the pics. He's got a nice mirror. Looks good as well. Yes. See what she weighs then. What do you reckon, Webbs? I reckon 29.6.
It's a high 20, that's close.
28.
27 and a bit.
Just under 28. 27.12? 27.12.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done, mate.
Look at that. Down on Bluebell. Come in a little corner. Sat it out, waiting for the morning bite. And this is my reward. Happy days. Look at that. A nice perler from Swan. Happy days.
Yep, so as you can see, I've moved. I don't know what it is for me, I just get itchy feet after one night's fishing. But to be fair, I was in the swim next door and there was more fish showing in front of this swim. I lost one at 6:15 this morning. Took me right out to the middle and then the point of the hook just went. I don't really know what's going on. That's 3 on the bounce I've lost now. And I just don't lose fish. So I don't know what is going on, but anyway. We're in a new swim, got some new spots. Let's see what happens. I really do need to land the cart right now after losing 3 on the bounce. Yes, we have got one. I'm gonna right one around as well. Wiped all the other rods out. Fair old fish though. Little chunky monkey. See what she weighs in a minute. Come on, rods are back out as well. Here we go. Good morning. So the move has paid off. I've got a £30 weight in the retainer there. I had it about 45 minutes ago. And then when I netted it, the other rod went for mid-20. So I just got the rods back out. Gonna get the fish out in a minute and do the photographs. Just waiting for the light to come a little bit. But yeah, after losing 3 on the bounce, I was adamant the next one was going to go in the net, and both of these did. So yeah, well happy with that. So here we go, just about to do the pictures. 2 mirrors. This one's a smaller one. Nice fish though. And that one's a £30 8. Yes. Do this.
Go on, Arch. $26, mate, get in.
Nice one.
Unreal that, mate, lovely. Get on, Archie, lad. Yes, Arch.
£30 8 this morning from Swan. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Sweet. Yeah, so it's just gone 6:30. I had 2 fish this morning, a 26 and a £30 8. One off a new spot that I found and one on a solid bag. Just showing off the back of my spot there. Yeah, looks good for another bite. Yeah, it's just nice to get off the mark. My first 2 fish out of Swan as well, and both lovely fish. Let's see what today brings. So I just walked back up to the swim where I started in, and they're showing like crazy out here, like 20 yards out. I'm next door, just the other side of that tree. They're just here this morning. They've backed off of my spots. There's one nut. But they're just like more in front of this swim, 20 yards out. It's in loads this morning. So the swim I done my first night in, they're showing like crazy in front of there, like 20 yards out. Just ran the other side of this tree. I moved down here because there was more fish like showing in this zone. But to be fair, I've had 2 this morning and they were showing on me most of the night, especially this left hand rod. But they've just moved like 20 yards past where my spots are. Hopefully they'll come back. Looks good for a bite today though. There's no sun at the minute, and yesterday it was blazing hot. So yeah, let's see what happens today. Yep, so it's my last night, and it's gone a bit quiet now. I had 2 fish this morning. Yeah, the fish are just milling around on top now though. It's going to be a waiting game, I think, until later on this evening, unless I can get something going on floaters. They're still out there, look. There's quite a few fish. Just I might try some zigs today. I've been trying them as well, but nothing's happened. So I might put the zigs on in a bit and see if we can get one. Getting a bonus fish. But yeah. Just having a break and resting the swim. It's such a beautiful place over here. Countryside for days. It's a lovely weir as well. It's just nice to have a rest and come and recharge. Yep, so it's my last morning and I am absolutely gutted. That last clip was me playing Dave, the biggest fish in the lake. Actually the biggest fish in the complex. I think at last come out about £56. Give me the right run around for about 40 minutes. It was just fighting on the top. stripping line. I was getting it back just past this weed here, and then it was just like weeding me and then ripping off again. And then all of a sudden it's just ripped off round to my right next door to a big weed bed, and it's just locked me up solid. And I was pulling it for about 15 minutes until it just, you know, it just gave way. I can't believe it. That would have been easily a PB for me and what I come on this lake for, to be honest. Feeling absolutely gutted this morning. So we're just coming to the end of the session. Everything's packed away. It's been a session of highs and lows, but particularly yesterday evening, probably my biggest low in carp fishing, losing Dave. Like, that goes 56, 57. 40-minute battle, all on the top, kept coming in close, weeding me up and then stripping me back out into the middle. And then as I was getting it close, it just ripped round to the right in front of Dean, found a really horrible weed bed, and I just could not move it. For about 15 minutes I was pulling, and then the line just popped. Yeah, absolutely devastated. Saw what fish it was on the top, and yeah, absolutely gutted, but what can you do? That would have been a new PB for me. But I mean, I've had a 26 and a 30 and lost 2, so there you go. We will be back to try again. Yeah, when you got to go home and the conditions are banging. Typical, innit? Just about sums up my session. But we will be back. See you on the next one. Dave, I will be back for you.
Give me the rhythm, make me mash up the dance. Not beg no friend, becoming not take no chance. I mean, I care where you're from or what your circumstance. Give me the rhythm, make me mash up the dance. Give me the rhythm, make me mash up the dance.